up, Devils? J-Dog back to answer more goddamn questions. First, we got the order questions to finish off that we had from yesterday, and then I got two new ones, and one of them I'll leave at last. As you notice, he sent me emails. Yasin Abdullah. Well, the regular Devils knew who the fuck that is, so he sent me a goddamn, looks like you got fucking 4 or 5 of them here. So we know he'll take a while, so we'll save him for last, goddammit. Jacob Brockman. One quick question for J-Dog. Do you think the Midwest, Chicago, Cleveland, Milwaukee produced the best death metal bands? No. I mean, that's a tall-ass fucking statement. I mean, so, for example, like Chicago, my favorite thing to ever come out of Chicago was probably, it has to be the Devastation Chicago. The demos and the unreleased album. Very close to that would be Macabre. And then, you had bands like Broken Hope. You had the Terminal Death demo, which was, good. I don't think it's anything overly fucking amazing, but first generation death metal demo. Newer bands, I like Molder a lot, Melting Rot, that. So them, as far as current bands, you have the almighty fucking Cyanide. Cyanide was a band too, as far as, for me, I thought that they got better. Because like their first 2 albums, I like them, but I don't love them. Like they don't get a ton of spins. They kind of complete the catalog. First record that I loved was Death, Doom, Destruction. And then my favorite album is definitely Divide and Conquer. And then everything up, I think, is very, very good. There'd be a song here and there where it was a little too doomy for my taste. But they always had those cool kind of like just, lack of better words, kind of like those fucking trippy riffs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like they're like groovy, but also like just, yeah, it's the best way I could, groovy and trippy kind of fucking death metal riffs, even on the slower parts. And then Mike's voice was just always fucking awesome. It's like really low, but it's kind of like barking. So it's kind of like really distinguishable from other bands, in my goddamn opinion. It's kind of like, to me, it was like, Cyanide reminds me of Hellhammer trying to play 90s death metal. That's the best way I can describe it. That's the way I've always saw it and thought of it. But yeah, there'll be a song here and there that I'm like, a little too snoozy. But for the most part, everything from Death, Doom, Destruction, I liked very, very much so. Like Divide and Conquer was the first thing I heard. That's my favorite. My favorite song for sure too is the title track, Divide and Conquer. Seems like the one no one talks about so much, maybe because it wasn't reissued. I remember when it first came out too. I got it when it was brand new release, is The Age of Hell's Rebirth. That's probably my second favorite album. You never hear anyone say that. I guess you never hear anyone say Divide and Conquer. I guess the reason why I didn't think Divide and Conquer was too underrated is because when Hell's did we did the vinyl box set and we did the double CD, they flew out the fucking door. So I figured at that point it wasn't underrated. Another thing too, it was fucking weird for me. Cyanide, like I thought their demos. There's that was it Ashes from Hell double disc. I need to give it a respin. It's been a couple years since I spun it. I remember liking the demos more than I liked the first 2 albums, because by far the my least favorite releases by Cyanide is the first 2 records. I own them and I like them. My versions were the Crypt Records releases. He reissued those, like not the recent reissues that came out, the ones that came out about probably 10 years ago. Yeah, so probably somewhere in that ballpark. Those are the ones those are the ones I have, and but yeah, they were definitely my least favorite. It had some parts that I thought were really cool, but it was definitely a little too slow, as opposed to, like I said, it seemed like on Death Doom, it had some of the slow parts too, but they really kind of picked up the pace, and that shit I really, really thoroughly fucking enjoyed. And hopefully a new album's kind of coming soon. I mean, every time I fucking talk to Scott and shit, I mean, I think they got it written or something, but so that'd be fucking cool. So that's Chicago. Milwaukee. Who the fuck do we got from Milwaukee that's like legendary? I mean, shit, I can't even think of anybody. I'm sure there's somebody. Oh, you fucking dumbass! But I mean, isn't Jungle Rot from fucking Milwaukee? I guess they're probably the biggest. To be honest, I never got into Jungle Rot. But then let's take the Land. I'll give credit where credit is due. The Land had some damn good bands that come out of it. And he said death metal too. But I was gonna say, I mean, look at fucking Midnight for how they're blowing up. That's a fucking metal masterpiece, right? But as far as death metal, you can't put Nunslaughter in there because Nunslaughter is a Pittsburgh band. It started in Pittsburgh, and Don just by default is in Cleveland. Don's moved to more goddamn states and locations than any fucking human being I know in this world. He's lived in fucking Pittsburgh, Ohio, Hawaii, Arizona, I'm almost positive Texas and Florida as well. Those are just the ones I know. I'm like, God damn. Um, but the band started, when it was Greg Beale singing and shit like that, and Jer the Butcher, um, Pittsburgh. So he just so happens by default. So what about Runschlager? But as far as great death metal bands from the land, because I'll give credit where credit is due, Embalmer, Regurgitation, Decrepit. Again, I'm only going over death metal. Uh, Newer bands, Chronologia. Would you count Shed the Skin and Faith Extractor? They're Cincinnati, but you pretty much said Midwest, so you just, yeah, Cleveland, Chicago, so you're talking about the states. So we'll put Shed the Skin and Faith Extractor, death metal bands. Who the fuck am I forgetting? I mean, you got Manicore, but that was more of a black metal band, in my opinion. People, Kvlt Black, Black and Death. I just call it as just, that was just actual good fucking black metal with the homies, not fucking pussy, monotonous fucking just garbage. I mean, yeah, when I listen to the Ritual Cleansing of the Whore demo, which is still my favorite release to date, I just consider it a goddamn black metal. So yeah, I'm not going to put them in there. Who the fuck am I forgetting from Cleveland? Cleveland death metal bands. I mean, there's newer bands and shit like that. But I'm trying to think of bands I like. Ton. Yeah, Ton was like a death grind. I'll just call it a death metal band. It was like a death grind band. But yes, Ton. That was Akron. Who else? Who else? Who the fuck am I forgetting? That's obvious as fuck, because I know I am. Did I cover them all? Anyways, so you had those, but all those bands I mentioned from all three locations, I mean, you're going to say that's the best stuff. What he said, like United States, uh, produced the best death metal. I mean, you think better than fucking Sweden as overall? You think better than Florida? You think better than New York? So like when you say New York, I mean, come on, let's hear. Here's what we got from New York. We have fucking Suffocation, Baphomet, Immolation, Mortician, Malignancy. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, those are big names right there. That I'm sorry, all the bands I mentioned before. Not that I don't like some of those more or not. I'm like, but as far as just big fucking heavy hitters, yeah, then those three locations cannot compete with that. Then you got Florida. Do I need to go down that goddamn list? And Florida, I would count Cannibal and shit like that. But again, you could say, well, they're originally from Buffalo. Well, okay, then put them on the New York list again. Still, it makes it even worse for fucking New York. But still, I mean, the massacres and the deaths and Morbid Angels and shit like that coming out of Florida doesn't beat Florida. Doesn't beat goddamn New York. California. I mean, there's so many bands that came out of fucking California with like Deeds of Flesh and shit. I mean, there's a million bands that came out of fucking California. The Finnish death metal scene. Does it beat that? I mean, as far as legend, I don't know, brah. I'm gonna have to go with fucking no. I don't think those three locations are even close. Do I think those three locations had good bands? Yeah, but to say that they do the best, I wouldn't even say. I would say not even close. Eric Golek. What's up, Justin? You see the vocalist of Morgul, Lord Warmoon, retired from music in 2023. Retired in 2023. Been doing music for like 2 years. Didn't know until I saw it on Metal Archives. Also, shameless plug, I have a live video of them and a few others from Metal Threat Fest on my YouTube channel. Cool, bro. Yeah, I mean, I was at the Metal Threat. I mean, it was a bummer because it was no vocalist. It was instrumental only. I got to talk to, so I didn't know, is either the drummer or the guitar player? He's a shorter guy. Talked to him the most, but that's his brother, the singer's brother. So he was telling me, because basically, long story short, I don't even remember what's allowed to be said or whatnot. He couldn't say anything. His brother couldn't get into the country, and to be honest with you, I forget the reason why. It was something with the way their visas were set up. They all traveled separately, and he said his brother was extremely pissed off, pissed off, fuck the state, shit like that type of shit. I don't blame him. I would too. Like literally on a fucking plane, turn around, go home, for just some stupidity. But yet they'll let anyone else in fucking here. They'll let a goddamn fucking serial killer in here, known one too. It seems like just let them on in. But a guy that's just trying to play a fucking show on a weekend and go home, like it's stupid ass fucking goddamn country that everybody loves. Greatest place in the world. Sure about that, brah? I don't know about that. No, I didn't hear that, but I mean, maybe it lines up to where the whole maybe he wanted to he thinks because from what I've heard from what his brother told me he's not allowed when they didn't get in he also has a 5-year ban coming into the U.S. Maybe the band's planning on like shit we want to do U.S. tours and stuff. He's like fuck it, you know. But I mean to say he's retired, I mean his brother was pretty young. He looked younger than me, and I don't know if the singer's older or younger than him, but retired. I mean, come on, man. You're not sound like you're old. It's fucking not Glenn Benton over there. If Glenn Benton says I retired, all right, yeah, I've been doing it over 30 years. Makes sense. 30 years on the job, two years retired. That's not retired. That's just you threw in the towel. Any the fuck who? Next goddamn guideline. Aldo Rojas. Any Hell's Headbanger stickers that can be thrown in the order? Will do, brah brah. Question for the dog. Hey, J Dog. Any examples of bands or artists you feel would be rolling in their grave? Marky Ramone said the new compilations were trash and not to buy it. That the label is only peddling it to make quick bucks off the hardcore fans, as an example. Well, I mean, I don't know if that's just Marky. Probably he's not getting a paycheck or something because he doesn't own it. I mean, how's it trash if it's fucking his songs or whatever? I don't know a ton about the Ramones. I definitely like some Ramones songs. But they were one of the bands like I don't like every album. Like they might have an album I like 4 songs on this one, I like 5 songs on this one, 3 on this one, 2 on this one. But in totality, because I know I kind of made my own compilation disc once off a bunch of releases that I gathered together. I was like, I don't need this whole fucking thing. Burning on a CDR, and I know it's got at least 22 songs or so on it. So I put 22 songs that I liked. But I think there was a few more that didn't fit that I didn't get on there. Anyways, it just sounds like he's sour grapes. As far as turning their graves, so we're talking about guys that are actually deceased. Um, I would like to think Dead and Euronymous, but I gotta honestly say, I doubt it. Just imagine if Dead and Euronymous are around. I guarantee you, fucking, they would have done stupid shit like all. Look at majority of the other Norwegian. In all honesty, as far as all the Norwegian bands, black metal bands that started at the time, who's not embarrassing to date for the most part? Yeah, the latest Mayhem shit. I went back and listened to whatever the second to last album, and it was pretty good. I have to admit. It was Randy and a couple other guys that said it out here. Hey, J-Dog, you got to check out. I think it was the Damon album. Whatever the fucking one was. I don't think it was the newest one, but it was the second to newest. I checked it out last year. I did put on the player, and I remember, so pretty good, pretty good. You know, it was Attila singing. And I remember it was track 4, track 5. I was like, oh, man, this has a really cool fucking guitar part. Guitar, like, it was like, this is a good song. One song specifically stood out. I'd give them that. But they're embarrassing in the sense that, okay, you backpedaled, man. For example, I think the Slayer Repentless, I think that that album, the title track "Repentless" and the song "Take Control" are good Slayer songs. But it's like they still got embarrassing. They put out the Diabolos of Musica, God Hate the Salt. It's like you backpedaled because it didn't work out like they thought. Oh well, let's just go back to what we're doing. That was just for a fucking paycheck that we were actually making less money than we're doing. Well, fuck. We thought by doing the goddamn Cywords Cap shit, we're gonna blow up and fucking be selling records competitive with Korn, Limp Bizkit, and Cold Chamber. I guarantee you that's what Slayer was thinking, dude. I guarantee fucking to you, because I'm telling you right fucking now. I bet you each band. I had this conversation with Dawn of the Dead a few months ago. He was talking about the Unslaughter, the size of Unslaughter, and Unslaughter being kind of underappreciated in the scene. And I was specifically telling him, well, yeah, but it depends on how you look at it, Don. I was like, look, you are an underground band that will go down. If you die tomorrow, you will go down for all eternity and always be remembered. You left your fucking thumbprint in time. I mean, come on, how many releases you have and shit like that? You left it in the underground metal scene. Now, yeah, you're looking at yourself and being like, well, you know, we're not as big as Incantation, not as big as Immolation. True, you're not. Here's the thing, though. I'd be willing to bet fucking money. Now, most of these guys aren't probably going to say it, and I understand publicly it just doesn't look professional or looks jealous or looks just whatever. It's probably not something you're going to want to say publicly. But I guarantee you this at least crosses their mind and somewhat makes their fucking ball sack itch. Like bands, okay, Nunslaughter's not as big as Incantation, Immolation. I guarantee you fucking Incantation is thinking, like, so for example, Nunslaughter's thinking, what do we got to do to get as big as Incantation, Immolation? Well, Incantation, Immolation, I guarantee they're thinking, man, what do we got to do to be as fucking big as goddamn Dying Fetus? Dying Fetus is thinking, God damn, what do we need to do to get the fucking Cannibal side? Cannibal's the king, the biggest fucking death metal band in the world. What do we got to do? We're just itching to get there. We're not that far away. What do we got to do? And I guarantee Cannibal's at the fucking top and thinking, God damn, man. You know, Slayer made it big. They had extreme lyrics. They were fast, aggressive music. What do we got to do to get to fucking Slayer size? You notice Corpse Grinder said in the interview? One of their things that they wanted to do, like bucket list of things to do in the thing, was tour with Slayer. And I thought this, and this conversation I took with Donnie, I said exactly this. Yeah, exact examples I'm giving you. You know, Incantation Immolation looking at Fetus. Fetus looking at Cannibal. Cannibal looking at Slayer. And I guarantee you Slayer's thinking, dude, man, we're right fucking there. Top 4, man. What do we got to do to be the size of Metallica? It's that old saying, dude, you always want what you can't have, and you always want to get a little further. Now, that's a great go-getter attitude, and that's the way it should be. Always, don't be ever fucking satisfied and content because, then you become a fucking complacent fucking slack fuck, right? So, having said that, no matter what boat you're in, they're all fucking looking at the goddamn same. You see what I'm saying? So, totally got off topic, but you're saying, like, as far as bands turning their grave, what Slayer did. Do you honestly think that if Euronymous was still alive, that they would have been doing something like maybe like Covenants? Remember the Covenants? Not the good Covenant album, you know what I mean? With the C, with the K, and they looked literally like fucking Cold Chamber and shit, Marilyn Manson. What the fuck is this? Had Hellhammer in it from fucking the HH from Goddamn Mayhem, the same drummer. He was in the Covenant. How do I know? That's when I met him. Now, granted, what the fuck are you doing a Covenant show, Jerry Dog? I didn't fucking know. I was 14 or 15 years old. Didn't know. We went to all the goddamn metal shows. I saw how fucking just non-hetero that shit was. But hey, fucking Hellhammer's there, so goddamn, we went for that because he was there. Got my goddamn picture with him, too. So, I have it to this goddamn day. Look at kind of where Satiricon went. It's not like, I don't think anything by Satiricon is embarrassing, but it's kind of like, Rebel Extravaganza, let's put it this way, it ain't awesome. It's I'll leave it at that, I guess. I don't even know what other fucking word, how to describe it. It's not atrocious, but it's definitely not great. Emperor saw how fucking went down they goddamn went. Immortal, they stayed respectable. Picked up the new goddamn Immortal at Milwaukee Metal Fest too. Gotta say, that new Immortal was goddamn good. Fucking fuckski. It was the opening day of there. I picked up the blue vinyl. Fuck yeah. Listened to it 4 times already. Thought it was fucking fantastic. So you got Immortal. They didn't wimp down. Burzum? I mean, you got those diehard Burzum guys, but fuck me dead. Do you want to talk about a downgrade, puss fest, dog shit, garbage, holy fuck, this sucks dick? Listen to fucking later Burzum. I'll give you the first 2 records. At least Varg's voice sounds sick as fuck. I'll give him that. My goddamn, this is some sick ass fucking vocals. I just thought, where's the riffs? Where's the goddamn riffs? I'm fucking bored. That's why I never got into Burzum. I didn't care about whatever the fuck he says or doesn't say, what he believes, what he likes on his pizza, and all this other fucking stupid shit that these pussy fucking boys are bitching about. Never cared about that. That's not why I don't like Burzum. I don't like Burzum because I thought the fucking tune sucked. Good voice. Outside the second album, it just is complete fucking stupidity. And they'll be like, well, because you was in jail or you didn't have access to this and that. Don't give me that backpedaling fucking bullshit. Because I heard 1 or 2 of those goddamn comeback albums when he was out of jail, back to black metal. And goddamn did it fucking lick balls. You telling me that garbage even holds a fucking candle to fucking like Impiety or Bestial Mockery or fucking Enthroned or the Mighty? And I said fucking Mighty fucking Unlord? Put on that goddamn Unlord. Any of the 3, my personal fave, Schwarzwald, goddammit. Dude, that destroys that pussy-ass, garbage-ass, junk-ass fucking Burzum. Now, of course, that's not the popular statement to say, well, just up there, the Burzum was sucking on their thumb when Burzum was doing this. Shut the fuck up. They still smoke them, still send them home on a stretcher, and don't give me this true shit either. That Varg clown, he doesn't even listen to fucking black metal. So that's what's hilarious about, too. What I'm talking about a fucking bunch of one-way street motherfuckers in that goddamn scene. These true-ass Kvlt tough guys, only darkness and evil. the guys that support all Burzum for the most part, a lot of them are into that shit, like the very Kvlt Black metal. They'll rip on other bands for doing kind of anything outside. That's not black metal. That's not true. But meanwhile, they're kind of their leader, or who at least gets a pass. Why does he get a pass? This guy's not even remotely into fucking metal. He's listening to goddamn folk music and shit like that. Granted, I don't give a fuck what anyone likes. We've established that. But I mean, that is with the kind of like the where I give these Kvlt guys credit. They at least have a stance. They're at least standing up for something. They at least don't want these outsider fuck. They definitely know about something. Dude, they would definitely like, what the fuck is this flat brim doing here? So they at least get that. They understand it's black goddamn clothes. They get you don't wear a fucking baseball cap on stage. They get you don't wear shorts on fucking stage. They know that. So that's what I respect about them. The only problem with this, a lot of it's just like it's too much image and not enough. It's all show, no go. You know what I'm saying? All hat, no fucking cowboy. Just image, no music. Where's it at? But when they combine the fucking image with great fucking tunes, that's when the formula's awesome, right? But a lot of them don't. But that's what I do respect about them. At least they're fighting for something. You know what I'm saying? But why? So with that being said, that's kind of like their belief system. Again, I understand there's exceptions. Don't come over here. I'm in the black metal. I don't think that. I'm just saying, kind of that's just the general fucking vibe of the scene. Dum-dums. So don't come in here and say something fucking stupid as fuck. Read the back of Don the Blackheart's LP, the goddamn letter by Euronymous. So don't come in here fucking. It's not my words, damn it. It's theirs. They at least stand for fucking something. You know what I mean? So, but again, so why does fucking Varg get a goddamn pass? No fucking clue. Makes no sense to me. So they went down, total downgrade. So again, dead or alive guys who would be spinning in their grave. I mean, there's a lot of band members that died. Like, let's say, just a random guy. The guy from one of the guitar players from Impaled, Amano Metacoli, he died recently. The Lemmy died. Fucking a ton of guys died. But it's the bands that carried on, were they doing anything deplorable? My thing is, you could say that's why I just use Mayhem, because two guys are fucking dead in the band, dead, and Euronymous. Dude, I'm telling you right now, if they were still even into music, doing it all, I bet you anything, at the very fucking least, it'd be a major wimpified fucking downgrade. It would not be this what people think it is, like how extreme and fucking they were so goddamn true. You're only saying that because they're fucking dead. They'd be doing something like Emperor or later shitty Burzum or maybe even something deplorable as the fucking Covenant. I put it to you this way. It would not shock me. I'm not saying that I think that they would. My guess is it'd be a wimpy-ass downgrade. It'd be something like later Emperor or something. You know what I mean? What was the last Emperor album? The IX Equilibrium? What's the one after that? I don't think anything by Emperor is terrible. But it's just really watered down. Really, you can put it on and I can it's okay. I don't think it's junk. I saw him on the IX Equilibrium tour. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I gotta fucking say that. Well, you just put them on. It's just really watered down black metal, right? I think it more than likely would be that. But if it was something as atrocious as The Covenant, you could put the crystal ball, if most of those guys are still alive, and assuming they're still in the band, it wouldn't be like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I'd be like, yeah, I can believe it. So honestly, I can't think of anybody that's dead that would be turning in their fucking grave, because most of them suck it up big time. It's usually the way it goddamn goes, right? And there's nobody that is sucking it up big time post of somebody that died, unless I'm forgetting somebody. Is there somebody I'm completely fucking forgetting? Yeah, I mean, you got guys like Paul Bailoff and shit, do I think, but I mean, Exodus is kind of Exodus. I mean, yeah, I don't need it. I don't care about it, but I mean, it's, whatever. It's kind of like party fucking thrash. I mean, to be honest with you, the last 10 records I ain't fucking heard, so I don't even know. But I mean, I've heard a track here or there, and it's good. All right, it's Exodus, right? So I don't think he would be. So if there's somebody I'm forgetting, put in the comments, fucking let me fucking know. Cops was you know what to do. Put the guys' podcast away morning. Later, goddammit.